This is like the most inferior looking freaking version of this deck, but it's cool. I'll make this work. Anyways, hello.
And welcome back to you guys. Reid started poking around my Master Duel on my Switch.
Yep.
And found a bunch of new stuff. So here we are. And Reid built the deck.
Yeah, so he had a bunch of currency lying around, so I just burnt it all.
He burned all my money.
I took an executive decision on this one, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to build a Labyrinth deck. And he's like, okay, let's go do a recording. So, okay.
That was the trade-off.
Yep.
He can spend all my money if he agrees to making content for me.
Yeah, I know, right? Slave labor. Anyways, okay. So yeah, Labyrinth deck. The whole premise is you want to bring out your boss monster. That's lovely Labyrinth of the Silver Castle.
Okay.
Okay. The way you do that is you want to play this card, Lovely Labyrinth. You special summon a Labyrinth monster from your deck. So you don't want to draw. You don't want to have these in your hand. You always want them inside the deck.
Okay.
Okay. But we're running 3 just because, like,
for convenience. Yeah.
Yeah, for convenience.
Does this have like dumping into the graveyard benefit sort of situation?
Well, what it is she's a 2900 monster, so she's strong. Okay.
Yeah.
But what you do is basically like any normal traps that you have. And stuff inside the grave, she automatically brings it from the grave, sets it on the field.
Oh, nice.
But you can't activate them unless you have a fiend monster. But all of these monsters are all fiends.
Okay.
Okay, so that's never going to be an issue. The only one's not a fiend is this one, but okay. I'll get to it later. Anyways, so basically you just keep recycling your traps over and over and over again until you just pummel your opponent to submission. Okay. So let's go with the deck list. So starting off, you start with Absolute King Backjack.
Okay.
So this one, what happens is when this card is sent to the graveyard, okay, you can scry the top 3 cards. So you get the top 3 cards, you arrange in whatever order, and if it's your opponent's turn, you can banish this from your grave, and you draw the top card. You pull up the top card, and if it's a normal trap, you can set it. Otherwise, you send it to the graveyard.
Okay.
Okay. So basically, you scry first. Your opponent's turn, you use the effect. You set the card.
Yeah.
Okay. So not so much Coup Clock, but Stovey Torby, and Chandragleer.
Yeah.
They basically have the same effect. You discard them from your hand. Oh, sorry. You send them from your hand, and you discard a card. Okay. They both have that effect. And then you set any Labyrinth spell or trap from your hand or deck. Okay.
Hand or deck is pretty good.
Yes. But the awesome thing about it is whenever you play a normal trap, if they're in their graveyard, you can this one, Stovey Torby, you can special summon. Okay. This one you add to your hand. Chandragleer is actually the better of the two, in my opinion, because you replenish your hand for like dumping effects and stuff.
Gotcha.
Torby, though, if you special summon it, you have a body and stuff, which is good. Coup Clock, it's same concept. You discard this card. A trap that you set this turn can be activated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and same thing when the normal trap is played. I believe you can add this card back to your hand.
Nice.
Oh yeah, add or special summon. Okay, so Lilith. Normal summoning it, its attack comes halved. But what you do is you tribute it, or you tribute a dark monster, which I think majority of them are. Yeah, they're all darks, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, you just tribute a dark monster that's on the field. And you reveal 3 normal traps from your deck, and then your opponent has to pick one randomly, and then you shuffle the rest back, and you set the other one to the field, the one that got picked.
Okay.
So if you wanted to, you could basically pull 3 copies of Welcome Labyrinth, and no matter what, they'll have to pull it.
Nice.
I believe that's how that works. Okay, so whoops. Oh, you can bring up a bigger picture. I didn't realize that. Okay.
Nice.
But yeah, Ariana. When this one is normal special summoned, basically this is your engine starter. You just set any Labyrinth card from your deck, or you add a card from your deck to your hand.
Okay.
So usually you'll add the Welcome Labyrinth if you don't have it, or you fish out any of the other Labyrinth cards.
Gotcha.
Okay. And then anytime a monster leaves the field via a normal trap, you can draw a card, and then you can apply this other effect where you can either special summon a fiend monster or set a spell trap from your hand.
Okay.
Okay.
And I suspect some of these trap cards have the effect of removing monsters from the field.
Yes. There's a couple cards, and I just remembered one I should toss in, so we may have to edit this a little bit.
Okay.
This one is pretty much almost the same concept, except you send a trap from your hand or that's set on the field, and you can special summon a level 4 fiend from the deck. So if you have this and you don't have this, you can add Ariana through Ariana's effect.
Okay.
So,
Ariana and Ariane.
Yep. Ariana Grande. That's the fusion between the two.
Yeah.
If it existed. Anyways, Labyrinth Archfiend. So this one, when a normal trap is activated, you can special summon from your hand.
Okay.
And then you can set basically a battle normal trap. So that's stuff you can set stuff like Mirror Force. You can set Magic Cylinder.
Okay.
Stuff. And then it gains 400 attack for each different named normal trap in your grave. So it can get pretty beefy. Yeah. But also your opponent has to attack it. So basically it draws in all the attacks.
Gotcha.
Okay. Like I said, Lovely Labyrinth, it's the one that keeps resetting traps.
Right.
However, its other effect is if another monster in the field leaves because of a normal trap effect, you can also pop a card.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah, in your opponent's hand or field.
Ooh.
The hand one is the one I usually forget to use.
Oh.
And stuff, but that's really fucking useful.
Yeah.
Okay, so now to this one. So Lord of Heavenly Prison.
Okay.
You reveal it in your hand, and basically it provides blanket protection to all your set cards.
Oh.
Yeah, all your set spells and traps.
Nice.
And then, if any spell or trap is activated, you can special summon it. And then you can also set a spell and trap directly from the deck. So, Raigeki is pretty self-explanatory. Foolish Burial sends monsters, so you want to send like a Backjack, so you can prop its effect. Power Duality is just you can scry a card from your deck, so you can kind of like grab stuff you need. Foolish Burial Goods send spells and traps, so you can send Welcome Labyrinth to the grave, because Welcome Labyrinth has a floating effect where like if a monster leaves the field because of a normal trap, if it's in the graveyard, you can set it to the field.
Nice.
Yeah, because you need floating effects now. Lightning Storms, pretty much Raigeki or Feather Duster. Pot of Prosperity, more scrying power. Labyrinth. Yes. So this one, if you have, you activate Welcome Labyrinth.
Yeah.
If you have this in the field spell, your Welcome Labyrinths get the additional effect where they can pop a card.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then if you activate non-Labyrinth normal spells, you can special summon a Fiend from your hand or grave. So if you use Foolish Burial or something to send Lovely Labyrinth or any of the other ones, while this is on the field, when you activate one of your normal traps, you just bring it out.
Oh.
Yeah. So essentially it becomes like a Monster Reborn, all your traps. Yeah. So, the spice part of the deck, it's the 3 different virus cards. Because all of them are dark monsters, and Lovely Labyrinth keeps recycling them, you can basically just, whatever trap you have, you can basically fuck your opponent over.
Nice.
So this one gets rid of all monsters with 1500 or less attack, but you have to tribute Dark Monster with 2000 or more attack, which really is an issue because you can use either Lovely Labyrinth herself or Labyrinth Archfiend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even Lord of Heavenly Prison is actually a target. Same thing. You can use Eradicate Epidemic Virus. You can get rid of your opponent's spell or traps they control. And Full Force Virus essentially acts like a Crush card, but it targets all the monsters that have 1500 or less defense. So it's like the opposite of Deck Devastation. It's not nearly as useful, but I just want to give it a shot and see what happens.
Okay.
Welcome Labyrinth is pretty much self-explanatory. Battle Trap, and then
Welcome Labyrinth.
Yes, it's the Battle Trap target for Archfiend.
Okay.
And then Ghastly Glitch is if you control a Fiend monster, you just pop a card your opponent controls, and you send a Fiend from your deck to the grave. So you can use this to send
any
Backjack.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then this is all just stuff to facilitate Pot of Prosperity. Or you can bring it out. This one pops monsters, this one pops spell and traps.
Yeah.
I don't know what these two do, they're fiends. So that's pretty much it. Okay, so we're gonna do a rookie duel because we haven't played in so damn long. When was the last time you played this? A long time ago.
Probably when we recorded.
Cool.
And I think you were actually the one playing, so I don't think it was even me.